The big strike against the Green Deal is tomorrow at 12, but today part of the agricultural community has already begun an occupation strike of the Polish Sejm. Farmers are embittered that Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk has had no time to meet them for several weeks. We just want to protest. We want to show that the problem is not settled at all. We want a concrete, substantive conversation. We want to know concretely when the border will be closed, and please do not tell me that it is not possible. The strikers do not rule out a hunger strike. They are demanding the closure of Poland's eastern border from where food of poor quality is expected to flow. Farmers are demanding that the Green Deal be thrown out. From our side, these demands have our full support. We are against the Green Deal, and not tactically today, but fundamentally. But farmers are unlikely to count on the Green Deal being thrown out by the current government. Is total abandonment of the Green Deal possible by you or not? We have to take care of our heritage, nature, to meet these challenges for the future, for generations. So a complete abandonment, I think, is not acceptable. PSL knows that before the Euro elections it has to at least give the appearance of not supporting the Green Deal. Hence it talks about the problems, but about throwing the project out completely, it does not make a clear statement. These are problems that cannot be solved in 2 or 3 weeks. PSL will throw out the Green Deal. PSL has consistently shown that we are changing the Green Deal so that it does not negatively affect farmers' activities. In addition to the strike in the Sejm, tomorrow a large demonstration will march through the streets of Warsaw. The protest will begin at noon local time at the Castle Square in Warsaw. From there, organisers plan to move in front of the Sejm in Wiejska Street. Tomorrow's farmers' protest. Does the left intend to support the farmers' protest? I don't know what the demands will be. Down with the Green Deal. It's quite unconstructive. I would like it to be constructive because the Green Deal is, and it needs to be somehow adapted to reality, to the requirements of the 21st century. Well, yes, because after all, the planet is on fire. Here no one needs to be convinced how important the Green Deal is. Anyone who knows Silesia and has breathed in, even for a moment, the air in Silesia, knows very well that the issue of environmental protection and climate is very often a matter of life or death, and the health of our children. The ruling party wants to marginalise tomorrow's protest, which is expected to be attended by tens of thousands of people, alleging politicisation. This is not a big farmers' protest, but a political action by solidarity, so it has nothing to do with the fate of farmers. This is an obvious manipulation, hence the reactions of the organisers. Tomasz Obsiański, chairman of the Farmers' Solidarity, announced that politicians from neither side will speak. Participation has been announced by Gazeta Polska clubs from all over the country, which indicate that they are protesting against the Green Deal, which is a huge threat, in fact, to each of us. Gazeta Polska clubs always represent the interests of Poles. After all, it's about heating methods, transportation. Tomorrow, farmers from Solidarity will be protesting, but it really involves a great threat. That's why we also want to participate. Everyone can and should participate because everyone will pay more. At the doorstep awaits the so-called ETS2, the Buildings Directive, and whether it's a farmer, a steelworker or a miner, he lives somewhere, and he will bear the consequences of this Green Deal, these directives, all the regulations that will carry the plan prepared by Brussels to make Central and Eastern Europe poorer. Above all, they mean our country, Poland. Hence the huge opposition of Poles to the crazy regulations of the Eurocrats that the current government agrees to. In order for the pro-government media to have something to cover tomorrow's event, the government has announced a government reconstruction for tomorrow, experts point out. This is an attempt to deflate the balloon that is increasingly being pumped in the sense of social discontent, the crisis it is brewing in the context of EU politics and beyond. This seems to be the motivation behind it. There are protests, something is being done. What? I'm changing the ministers. For what reason? This is a completely different topic. Hence the appeals to Poles. Don't be fooled and come to Castle Square in Warsaw tomorrow at 12. Adrian Borecki, TV Republica.